another prophecy of Jesus fulfilled in the crucifixion and now in his burial. There's a prophecy in Isaiah 53, verse 9. His grave was assigned with wicked men, yet he was with a rich man in his death, because he had done no violence, nor was there any deceit in his mouth. Crucifixion victims were not given a proper burial. Sometimes they were just thrown in a heap outside of the city for the birds of prey, the buzzards, etc., to feast upon. And sometimes they were put in a mass grave, several of them put, together and then just covered up with dirt. But not a proper burial in a tomb. And yet it says in this prophecy, he was assigned a death with the wicked. In other words, after his crucifixion, officially, the Romans understood that you either pitch him out there for the birds or you put him in a mass grave with other crucifixion victims. But he doesn't get a proper, honorable burial. Part of the crucifixion curse, if you please, was not even getting buried properly, not even having an honorable burial. But it says in Isaiah 53:9, that was what was assigned to him. But instead, he was buried in the grave of a rich man. Yeah, buried in the grave of a rich man. And it says, because he hadn't done any violence and there was no deceit in his mouth. So it's prophesied before Jesus is ever crucified that he's going to be in a rich man's tomb. Let's read it. After these things, Joseph of Arimathea, being a disciple of Jesus, but a secret one for fear of the Jews, asked Pilate that he might take away the body of Jesus, and Pilate granted permission. So he came and took away his body. Nicodemus, who had first come to him by night, John chapter 3, also came bringing a mixture of myrrh and aloes, about 100 pounds of weight. By the way, those that believe that Jesus kind of swooned and then went out of the tomb, he had 100 pounds of goo on him. I think you can't breathe with that. Okay. They took the body of Jesus, bound it in linen wrappings with the spices, as is the burial custom of the Jews. Now in the place where he was crucified there was a garden, and in the garden a new tomb in which no one had been laid. Therefore, because of the Jewish day of preparation, since the tomb was nearby, they laid Jesus there. An unused tomb, a rich man's tomb, and then in addition to that, he didn't touch any decay. Psalm 16:10, you will not abandon my soul to Sheol, nor will you allow your Holy One to undergo decay. King James says, to see corruption. New tomb, no corruption, honorable tomb, and might I add, a borrowed tomb. Didn't need it very long. Have a wonderful day.